Hi, my name is David P. Shapiro. I'm the owner and managing partner of the law office of David P. Shapiro, located in San Diego, California, where my firm helps good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. And one type of case that we handle quite frequently at the firm that I want to talk to you about in this video are domestic violence restraining orders. And a couple of things, there's the criminal case. A lot of times if someone's accused of domestic violence and there may be a criminal protective order, and then there's a civil domestic violence restraining order sometimes that the alleged victim or your accuser may be asking a court to give an order of protection. Totally unrelated to the criminal case, although there tends to be a lot of similarities in what they're alleging happened. And particularly in the context, if you have an ongoing family court matter with the person making these accusations against you, let's say it's your ex-wife or your ex-husband, a lot of times clients make the mistake, or potential clients make the mistake of just saying, it's not that big of a deal. It's not even a criminal case. It's civil. What do I really have to lose? I'm not going to hire a lawyer. I'm not going to go back to my family lawyer who's going to charge me hourly. I'm not going to hire, a high-end, very experienced criminal defense law firm. I just don't want to spend that type of money. But what they don't realize is the effects, the collateral consequences, and in some instances, the direct consequences not handling your domestic violence restraining order could have on so many other facets of your life. So let's assume you're in a situation where your ex-wife is accusing you of domestic violence and you're paying your ex-wife X number of dollars per month, and you're doing child support, or there's a child custody order that's being litigated or still contentious, even maybe some instance years after the fact. Or at least you should know, that if you're found to have committed domestic violence in criminal court, and possibly even in the civil realm in domestic violence restraining order, that could lead to negative consequences that you want nothing to do with in your paternity, in your alimony, in your financial support, whatever the case may be, your visitation with your kids. So it could have a direct effect on that, even if that issue is not before the court at the time of the domestic violence restraining order. And another thing you want to really be mindful of is a lot of times clients will come in and they'll say, I had this, I got contacted by a detective a couple of weeks ago, and, this is an allegation from a year ago, and we already did the restraining order hearing. Like, what are you talking about? Well, we went to court, and he or she put this restraining order on me, and I went and I, testified and whatnot. I'm like, so you talked about an alleged criminal act in open court under oath where they're presumably, if it's in a domestic violence context, a court reporter who likely got a transcript, an accurate transcript of everything you said. Now think about that. If it's one of those situations where you're admitting or you're giving credit or corroborating anything the other party is saying, what effect could that have on your criminal case? What effect could that have giving life or giving legs to a criminal investigation? So another example of how domestic violence restraining order hearing, if not dealt with the right way, could have a negative impact on another aspect of your life, in this instance, a criminal court investigation. So we hope you take domestic violence restraining orders seriously. At the very least, if you have a family lawyer, you should reach out to that family lawyer. You should talk to them and say, hey, what are my options here? Am I better served with you as my former family lawyer? Am I better served with hiring an experienced criminal defense law firm? Am I better off bringing on both of you and having the criminal defense firm be sort of a consultant to what's going on in family court to make sure I'm protecting myself, to make sure what we're filing in family court isn't something that's going to fuel the criminal investigation? Or do you want to bring in an experienced criminal defense attorney to handle the allegations of domestic violence, and then let the family law attorney, the experienced family law attorney, handle everything else? That way you're getting the best of both worlds within their areas of specialty or their areas of great experience. All things to consider. At the very least, you should give yourself and avail yourself of as much information that's out there. So if you have any questions about a domestic violence restraining order, particularly in San Diego, feel free to give my firm a call at 619-295-3555. Again, my name is David Shapiro, San Diego criminal lawyer.